Hi besties, today we are doing our natural hair and we are starting on freshly shampooed and conditioned hair. It is parted from ear to ear and I got the comb. We are now going to part this on a slanted angle because I want the hair to go in two different directions. And parting is its own journey. I accidentally broke this comb, so if you see me struggling with it, that's why. But yeah, I'm just going to part the hair sideways because I want the side facing the camera is going to go like, you're going to see in the end because I'm not doing a great job at describing it. And how are y'all doing? We got the hair parted, so now we're going to section off for our very first braid. Yeah, so we're sectioning off our first braid. I don't want the section to be too small, but I also don't want it to be too thick because it's going to look poorly if I do it too thick. But I want to make sure it's straight. I'm not putting any product on the parts, so the parts are not going to be like sleek and perfect, but they are good enough for me. So now we're just going to tie up the remaining hair, section this piece off, make sure we're hydrating it. So I'm using the Do Most Def mousse today to hydrate my hair, and it's one product and a little goes a long way. So we're just going to hydrate the section of hair that we're getting ready to braid. And then I am detangling it with my paddle brush because I didn't blow dry my hair because I'm lazy. So now we're going to get into braiding. So now we're just going to braid this down. I'm watching The Legend of Korra for the first time while I'm doing this style. So that's why we're doing voiceover. Because this braiding takes me so long and I did not want to sit here and talk. And I know I wasn't going to do a great job talking while braiding. So we're just going to make sure the braid is neat because we're not using any gel or creams. We're just using mousse. So the first braid so far is looking okay. I hate the way my face looks when I braid. But we're going to skip ahead a little bit to get to like the end of the braid, which is where I kind of messed up because you're going to see the way I braid my hair down and that's how the hair is going to lay. So if you don't want your braid to lay awkwardly, make sure you braid and towards the back, keeping it flat to your head. If not, it's going to just flop around like mine does. So we got that braid done. I parted off camera because I wanted to speed this up just a little bit. More mousse, def, and detangling the section. Now we're back to braiding. And we're braiding. How are y'all doing? If you're caught up on my knee saga, I'm still in physical therapy. Had a little setback, but I'm feeling better. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still on summer break. I don't think I'm going back to school anytime soon. I just want to take some time off and figure out if that's what I want to do and get a scholarship or something. But we're still braiding. And as y'all can see how this section of my hair is going like kind of straight back. That's the style I'm going for. So I wanted to go straight back on one side and then slant it on another. And I'm skipping ahead. We're going to don't do this because you see how my braids are laying and I don't like that. But we have two braids done and see how they're laying on an angle instead of towards the back of my hair. That's what I don't like. I'm going to show y'all parting my hair again. I realized while watching myself edit, I'm not gentle with my hair when I part it. And it's probably why it's not growing the way I want it to. But we have the mousse in and it's detangled. So now we're just going to braid it back. This made me realize that I miss braiding my hair. Like I had went on a strike from wearing cornrows because that's all I was pretty much wearing when I was younger. So now it's like, oh, it's hot. I'm not trying to be doing physical activities with my hair out. So this is the perfect summer style, perfect spring style, perfect exercise style. You get to look cute and you have your hair done. So I don't really know if y'all can see. I don't do stitch braids. I'm a real simple braider. And the mousse def, while it goes on white, it dries clear as long as you don't have leave-in conditioner in. I love the Mousse products. The Mousse. I love the Dew products, but they do not pair well with leave-in conditioners. And I had to learn that the hard way because I did another style, which y'all are going to see. That's going to be the very next video. I tried to use the Dew and a leave-in conditioner. Does not pair well. See, if you keep braiding your hair like this, and then before I switched over, it would have laid much better. But now it's going to lay off to the side. But we're making great progress. We got 3 braids down. The right side of my hair, I complain about it the most because it's a lot thicker and coarser than like the left side in the middle of my hair. But it braids the absolute best. So this is me struggling trying to like separate my hair. This is when I learned why they ask you to come blow dry when you get your hair braided. It's going to look better and it's going to be easier to part and braid because I don't have to blow dry my hair because I know I'm only keeping my hair in for a week at a time, and blow drying is another extra step that I don't want to necessarily do. And stretching your hair with cornrows works too. I'm tender-headed, so watch my faces I make. Yeah, it probably would be easier and softer on my scalp to blow dry it, but I've actually never blow dried my hair and tried to cornrow it. That I might have to try at a later date and see if it doesn't hurt as much as doing it on freshly washed and conditioned hair. We will see. But yeah, we're still braiding. We are almost done with this section. This is where my hair is starting to get the thickest and I start taking breaks. So you're going to see a lot of edits because this is the best arm workout. And if you don't braid your hair, you already know. If you do braid your hair, you already know that doing your hair, especially if it's natural and thick, it's a workout. You are going to be working your arms and fingers. I honestly don't see how we having a house full of girls and braiding their hair. Like, do y'all do it in intervals or is it a weekly thing or bi-weekly? How do y'all do it? All right, here's another break, which I probably should edit out, but I think I was getting more, I was getting more mousse to make my hair more pliable. So now we are getting towards the end, and the ends are very, like, I want the ends to look really good because you're going to see them. I don't know if that makes sense, but you'll see what I mean when we get towards the end of the style. But as y'all can see, I don't have this. Yeah, we're just going to skip to the next braid. Parting is such a task right here because this is one of the thickest parts of my hair. And I'm contemplating on if I should make this 1 part or 2. And I decided to part from the back because it was easier for me to get a grasp of where I wanted the hair to lay and how I wanted it to lay. As you can see, sometimes if the parting is not working from the front, you can go in from the back of the hair and it'll be just, and then straighten it up as you go. And it comes out oh so sleek and oh so straight. And I gotta add some water. I was wetting my hair because water and the mousse help it soften up a little bit or make it easier to braid. It makes it so much easier to braid than just doing straight mousse. I know you don't have to add water to mousse, but sometimes the water helps it be less sticky because I don't like braiding with sticky fingers, which is why I don't use edge control that much because it just makes my hands sticky. Oh, now we're just braiding. We're wrapping up this section, and as you can see, it is starting to get a little better. It's moving. It's coming along really well. I don't know. With voiceovers, I don't want to have like a lot of dead space, but I feel like I'm just doing a whole lot of yapping. This is the biggest challenge for me. This is my first time recording a full-length video for voiceover, and I've been dragging my feet editing this video. I feel so awkward. with all this talking. But I hope y'all can enjoy the style. I don't really know what to talk about. I've been having a real chill time, you know? I've been trying to heal. That's been my biggest journey that I'm on right now, is healing. And, you know, I'm feeling better if I start doing my hair. Because for a minute there, I was not doing my hair. It was just in mini twists, which I didn't even record doing the mini twist. So now I have to do another video on mini twist, which is going to be later on this summer. I'm struggling right here. I took like 3 breaks to do this braid by itself. And it's parted smaller, but you can see it's still as full as the other braids. That's just how thick this section of my hair is. But now we are finishing up the braid. I think it was only like 6 braids on this side. Yeah, it's going to be 6 braids on this side of my hair, and then the other side's going to have more. This is like a perfect style, and the way I parted it this time, it finally came out how I wanted the style to come out. Checking to make sure my part is going to be straight, because this is where it is. I add water to the roots as opposed to the ends, because the roots dry out way faster than my ends. So now we're on our last section of hair. We're braiding it. And maybe you'll start the braid today. Oh, yeah. If you can do stitch braids, these would look really cute as stitch braids too. I don't know how to do stitch braids, so I just leave that to everyone else. How do y'all braid with nails in? Because my natural nails grow pretty long, but I realized that I cut them off before I start braiding, just because it's a lot easier for me to grip my hair with shorter nails. Y'all see the muscles? Y'all see the muscles working in here? Woo. It's me being very gentle with my hair, because I'm trying not to hear. Y'all ever be combing your hair and you could just hear the hair breaking off as you comb it? That's what I don't want to hear, which is why I'm adding the water and the mousse to it. So when you break it and you braid it, it doesn't sound like you're raking dry leaves. No, we're just going to wrap up this section of the hair. We're doing great. We're making great time. Edited, that is. This took me like an hour and a half. I think I finished the season of Korra while doing this style. What do y'all think of The Legend of Korra? I thought there were times that Korra royally pissed me off, but not enough for me to like hate her. They had her on the, oh wait, I'm showing off that we have half the hair done. So now we're going to start braiding the other half. And if you want the style to look good, this is how you have to part it. You have to start on the end and work your way to the middle, so it will definitely be in 2 different directions. And I've had to learn that today. I was like, I want the style to really come out good. And I know when I used to do it when I was younger, it never laid the way I wanted it to. So this is the first time I've ever braided starting from the ear. And we are adding more mousse. This side is going to be, I feel like this side might be a little thicker, so we're going to start smaller on this side. And as you can see, this braid is a lot. Chucky, where are you going? We're going to start a lot smaller, so it's going to take me a lot longer to braid this side, but I think I perfected it. I wonder if I have any pictures of when I used to do this style. Probably not. I don't even know where to look for it, if we're being honest. And I'm sorry for the camera angles. I forgot that my tripod can be taller than me and look down into my head. So I know when I do another cornrow video, I'm working on my camera angles. I want them to look so much better. And I got to figure out where I want to do my hair, because I don't want to keep doing my hair on like my bed and my couch. Well, no. yeah, I need to like designated space for doing my hair. So now we're going to braid number 2. Y'all really can't even see me parting because of how I have this camera angle set up. So I apologize for that. The first couple of ones you're not gonna really see that well because of the camera angles, and that is my fault. But I'm gonna show y'all how the part looks. See how it's on a slant? That's how you want it to look when you're doing this style. You gotta make sure the parts are slanted. I apologize for that, but now we do mousse it. My hair's pretty, I don't know, my hair, I started using different products to try to make sure that my hair is not just drinking up water. But there are a few products that I tried from the Talia Waheed Natural Hair Convention. Y'all, a few of them products are going in the trash. I'm done. I won't throw them away, but I am going to donate them. So if you know anyone in need of some natural hair products, I have a conditioner, a leave-in conditioner, and a shampoo. I will give it to you because I don't want it. I'm not going to use it. I don't like the smell. I also am thinking about doing a couple of wig giveaways to clean up my wig closet because M-Star sent me a lot of wigs and I've worn them, I've installed them, I'm not going to wear them, and I don't know what to do with them. So if you know anyone who would like a free wig, DM me on Instagram. I will send you the wig, just pay for shipping. The wig will be free, just pay for shipping, and I can show you, you can pick from whichever wig you want. Like I'm going to do a full detailed little section of the wigs. Yeah, my face. I'm not even I realized though, I braid tighter than I thought. Cause like I know I want my hair to look really good. I want it to be sleek. But I braid tighter than I thought. Like that first day, even if I do it myself, yeah, I'm done for. The middle of my hair, no matter if I don't part there, if I don't have anything touching it, but the middle of my hair, like my crown, hurts the absolute most. But as y'all see how it's going on 2 different angles? Yeah, this is how we want it to look. Can y'all give me some hairstyle suggestions? Because I want to do more cornrows, but I don't know. I gotta find some styles, and I was using Pinterest for my hairstyles, but they said that Pinterest was banning people's accounts. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Ever since AI has started to be heavily relied upon by these websites, I don't like the way they're ran. And they're so quick to like ban an account and never have a human check the AI's error that now I'm risking losing my account because AI feels like I'm a bot. Like, how is a bot telling me I'm a bot? Let's be so serious right now. But yeah, so I need some different styles. I'm gonna tell y'all what I cannot do. I cannot do the Medusa braids, as they're calling it, and I struggle with doing crisscrosses. So excluding those 2 styles, I need some hairstyles, please. I don't know what to do, but I want to try something different. I feel like I always stick to like straight back, headband wig, or straight back braids, hair out in the back. I want to do like a design. I used to be so adventurous with my hair and then I got lazy. This is terrible. But we're on another braid. See, braiding too tight. Why are you making these faces? But yeah, we're speeding along really good. It's starting to look really pretty. The parts could be a little... Why are you taking a break? Brief little break. Get back to the braiding. My hair's starting to get to where it's thick at. And see how these braids are laying because I keep pulling them to the side to finish braiding them? Don't do that. This is how you need to continue. Braid like that and the braid will look much better and lay flat towards your hair than like this. Don't do this, please. Don't do this. But we're just gonna finish up the ends. I need to get my eyebrows done. But we're gonna finish up the ends and section the hair and take out another piece. So now you should be able to see. Well, no, because I'm facing the mirror. But it's starting to be easier for me to show y'all the parting and how to angle it to do this style. But yeah, I should have detangled my hair better. I don't know what shampoo and conditioner I used here. I had started using the Curls Blueberry Bliss again. That shampoo, defines my hair, moisturizes my hair and scalp. But the biggest problem I have with that shampoo is that it flakes really bad. It doesn't cleanse my scalp as good as I need it to. And it doesn't mix well with other products. But as y'all can see, I'm showing y'all in depth how I start my braids. This is how I start my braids. And this is how it looks as I braid it. And you see me frowning too because it hurts. But yeah, we're just going to braid this back and keep it real tight and simple. And I had to look in the mirror because I wanted to make sure I wasn't taking hair out of place. I want to make sure I'm making the hair be as in a straight line as possible. So now we're wrapping up another braid, making great time. And I was contemplating on taking this out after I filmed, but I ended up wearing this style for a week. So it was perfect for physical therapy and just getting up and go. That's what I love about cornrows. I think that's what I love about braids in general, because it's like I don't have to do too much to my hair. Just tie it up and go. Y'all still can't see me part. Can you? I think this one, no, because my arm's in the way. But I am sectioning my hair. We're sectioning off another braid. I gotta get better at changing my camera angles. I've been recording too long to not be better at camera angles, but I'm gonna beat myself up. I need to be better. I keep putting out all these videos and the camera angles are trash. I was starting to lag. I don't know what happened there. But, yeah, we're just gonna part. And I'm struggling here because my hair is so thick and I want it to be on a good slant. But I don't want the hardest part about doing the thickest part of your hair is you don't want too much hair and you don't want too little hair. But we're making great progress. I'm still adding mousse and water to my hair, but I don't feel like I need to show that step by step. Because you get an idea of it when you see it on like the first or second braid. All right, I can rotate. So now y'all can see in depth how it's looking. Well, wrapping this up. We are getting down to the wire. And I am getting tired here. But we are almost done with the braids. And it's looking real cute. This side is doing it even, braiding the ends this way will also make it look good. Because now it's going to lay towards the back as well. It's not going to just hang to the side. So that's the biggest thing. It depends on how you want your ends to lay, where you'll be, how you'll braid it. It's a lot easier when someone else is doing your hair than when you're doing it yourself, because your arms start to hurt, so you start to get lazy. And you'll rotate how you're braiding your hair at the ends to really like style it well. But overall, it's coming out really good. I'm being lazy right here. Wrap this braid up. All right, so we're getting down to the meat and the potatoes. We have a few more braids left, and we're getting into this part. I usually would start my hair right here and then try to go over, but now it's laying better because I started on the end of my hair. And I think we have like a couple of more braids left. We're just going to section off the hair and moisturize off camera and then braid. Just going to braid this one through. Where's the... There we go. Okay, we're still braiding. This part is so thick. It doesn't look like it's a large section of hair, but it is. And it is tedious. Like, it's not detangled. It's detangled well, but it's still thick right here. So it's going, and I'm starting to slow down because my arms are starting to hurt. I am ready to be done. But we're almost done with this braid. We're going to finish up the ends of it. I had to add more mousse because it was starting to get, it just needed to be like, I don't know. It was starting to dry out. That's what I'm trying to say. It was starting to dry out. So I added more mousse to make it faster and easier for me to braid down. You can also do this style with flat twists if you don't know how to cornrow. Because I know I'm not showing you a good job at how to cornrow. This isn't a how-to. This is just me showing you the style. And I do find a way to leave my edges out, even though I don't lay them as well as I should. But we got another braid down. We're going to section the hair. This part you should be able to see better because it's kind of facing the camera. Let's see. I'm going to brush this section so it'll be easier to part. Make sure you start at your ends. I don't know why I'm making that face. So we section the hair, making sure it's straight. It's not as straight as it could be, so I'm going to fix it. And then I should show y'all. I don't know if I do. But we're going to section that piece off. And now we're going to start braiding. And then to say I detangled, you can still watch as I braid that it's still kind of tangled. And that makes me upset. That hurts my little feelings. So now we are going to braid this part down. And we're just going to braid. This part doesn't hurt as bad as other parts of my hair. Like, doing my edges hurts. And I cut off the piece of my hair. I try to section my hair and directly across the middle so I don't have to braid my crown. But it's starting to look really good. Taking a break because my arms are starting to hurt. And now we're back to braiding. And as y'all can see, since I changed how I was braiding the ends of my hair, it is laying a lot better. And I like that. I had to fix how my ends were laying. And I got to be mindful of that the next time that I do a style like this, that I don't have it laying weird. Ooh, you could also do the ends in Bantu knots. I feel like the Bantu knots would be really pretty. So that's another way to seal off the braids. And it's a lot easier doing the Bantu knots because braiding all the way down to the end is such tedious work. But Bantu knots would be really pretty too. And it would help separate the front from the back. I'm doing the braids because you're going to see, it's going to help cover up how I'm doing the back of my hair, which y'all are going to see in a little bit. I think we're just going to do this is one big braid because I'm ready to be done. And it's towards the back of the hair. It's not noticeable. And it's going to be a lot easier to grip when I style it this way. So we're just going to finish up this last braid. Do, 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 do. Okay. Yeah. So now y'all might be able to get a good view. You're not. Now you might be, yeah, you kind of see how my hands work as I braid. Yeah. You see how my hands work as I braid. And we're wrapping up this braid. This is the very last braid we're doing. I try to gather as much hair as I can and then just braid it down. I'm not liking how my hair is feeling, but we're committed. So this is the very last braid. We are getting down to the end. We're going to finish off this braid, and then we are going to braid the back of my hair off camera, and I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to style this hair. And then we're done. And I'm going to add mousse to the braid so that I can get the flyaways. And really, it just makes my scalp feel a lot better. But this is the style. Yeah, no, we're still moussing it. I'm going to pull it up a little bit. And you can also put it in a ponytail with lay flat too. But this is the style. I'm still putting the mousse. I really just want the mousse on my scalp because it hurts. But this is how it looks. Real quick flash, Leah. Thanks. Yeah. I had to check the mirror, but it looks really good. This is how you, okay. I need my eyebrows done. That's what I said. This is how I wanted it to look. As you see, this side is going one way and this side is going another. Real cute. That part in the top of the head is a little crooked. It should have been 2 braids. So now I did braid the back of my hair off camera. I'm going to section the front off so I don't accidentally clip one of these. I'm grabbing a headband wig and I'm going to fold the headband over and I'm going to tuck the combs of the headband. I'm going to make sure you fold over the headband so no one can see it. And then you're going to tuck the combs into your braids. And then you're going to make sure you get the bottom comb positioned well. I'm trying to move the hair out the way because I don't like when the hair sticks to the Velcro. So I'm going to tie the hair. I tie the hair wig. And then you're going to take the top comb and put it into the top piece of your braids while making sure you're folding over the headband. Then you're going to take the base comb and slide that into the nape of your neck to make sure it is secure and not moving. See how it's fitting well? Then we're going to take the Velcro and we're going to strap the Velcro into our hair. Still make sure we fold that over too because we're not going to put a headband on the back of the hair. It's going to look absurd. It's not going to look pretty. So I'm still making sure that I'm tucking the headband in because you don't want it to just see straight headband and then wig. So like this, we're going to fix this. But I'm taking the ponytail out. But I took the wig off and I'm relaying it because I feel like I'm seeing too much headband and I don't like that. So I'm trying to relay it and duck the hair in. And I'm going to take the braids down because the braids are what's going to also help cover the headband portion. See how I can see the headband? I don't like that. I'm going to pat it down. I'm still trying to roll over the headband because I'm seeing too much of it. Now I take the wig off and I'm just going to start over and tuck the headband some more. You can also do this with a half wig. It'll look so much better with a half wig because there's no headband to cover, but I didn't feel like getting any of the other wigs. So I'm going to tuck this down. I've rolled the headband and I'm going to tuck the headband behind just before the comb and then stick the combs into my braids. Which you can see, roll the headband, stick comb. Roll, stick, roll, stick. Grab the Velcro. We're grabbing the Velcro. Now we're stuck in. We also have to stick the comb at the nape of the neck into our hair. So we're sticking that in. And then we're going to take the Velcro from the headband. and we are going to slide. We're going to secure that because we do not want this style to fall. So right now I'm just kind of adjusting the combs, making sure everything is positioned correctly and to my liking. And then we're going to secure the Velcro and the combs, and now comb it out because the hair does get a little tangled. See how you can't see the headband when I flashed forward like that? So I'm going to show y'all how I had to look in the mirror because I want to make sure it looks good to me. I wish my braids were laying flatter because I don't necessarily like how my braids are. This side looks good. I want to say the left side. The left side looks good. The right side, it needed a couple of more braids. You can also add braiding hair if you want it to be thicker and fuller. But so far, I'm still adjusting the combs and I'm going to pat my hair down, but I think it looks good. Thank you for watching.